y'all, this is the least favorite problem that y'all seem to have on the exam. So this was the one that gave most people the most problems. So let's go ahead and go over what we're looking for here. So what we've got is we've got two cables. We got cable AB and then we have cable AC. And they are supporting a strut. All right, so I didn't draw the strut, obviously, but it goes from the origin out to A, and then at the end of the strut, there is a force applied. So we have that force vector F. All right, and notice that this goes out 6 meters. And then we've got our dimensions for the coordinates of B and C. Now, what we want to do is we want to find the projected component of the force vector, which is given right here. So 400I minus 200J plus 500K. That's acting along cable AC. And then we want to find theta. So theta is the angle between these two cables. So first, let's go over what projected component means. What is that asking for? Basically, it wants to know what is the component of F, of this force vector F, that's parallel to cable AB. That's what it's wanting, okay? And that always confuses people, but you guys have been finding a projected component the whole semester. So before we cover, this problem, let's look at a simple 2D situation. So we have this force F, and let's say we have this vector, not vector, is angle theta. All right, and then we have X and Y. Now I know from looking at this problem that I could write my force vector as F cosine theta I plus F sine theta J. All right, so I know that. Now, the X component here, which is drawn right here, that is basically the projected component of F onto the X-axis. All right, and we know it's F cosine theta. Now, if we look at our dot product equation, which is what we're going to use in this example, remember the general form of the dot product is vector A dotted with vector B equals magnitude of A times magnitude of B cosine theta. Well, in this case, our vector is going to be F. I want the projection on the X-axis, which is I. All right, so that's my unit vector for that axis. And then I'm going to have the magnitude of F times the magnitude of the unit vector I, which is 1, times cosine theta. So if you look, remember this would be the component of F along the X-axis, so it's called Fx. That's going to equal F cosine theta. All right, so you guys have been finding the projected component. We were just doing it a different way. All right, so it's the same thing y'all have been doing. This is just done a different way, and the reason we're having to do it a different way is because I don't have an angle that relates this force vector right here to line AB, which is, right here. Okay, so that's why we're doing it a different way. Okay, but that's all projected component means. It's just we want the component that's parallel to AB. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to find F that's parallel to AB. And we're going to write it in vector form. All right, now let's see what we need to do that. So first of all, just like we had over here, we had the dot product. That gives the parallel component. So we're going to do the force vector F dotted with the unit vector of the line we're interested in, which is AB. All right, so we're going to dot that with the unit vector of, I keep saying AB, guys. It shouldn't be AB. It's AC. Let's change that. Actually, this was right. I need to change this. Switch this to AC. All right, so unit vector of AC. There we go. Not sure where I got AB from. Okay, so I want the parallel component on this line, AC. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, so now that we have that, this is going to be the dot product. Well, this gives us a scalar. All right, I want it in vector form. So we're going to take this and we're going to multiply it by that unit vector again. All right, so we got AC, UAC. And we'll talk a little bit more about why we do that in just a second. So now let's go ahead and do this first calculation. We need to do the dot product, but first I need this unit vector. So let's get that first. And to do that, let's find our coordinates. And we're going to find the coordinates of A, B, and C, because we're going to need the unit vector of AB in a little bit to find the angle alpha. So let's just find all three coordinates now. So A lies on the x-axis. It's out 6 in that positive direction, so we're going to have 6, 0, 0. For B, we are to the left of the z-axis, and we're in the yz plane, so x will be 0. I'll have -1 and then 2. And then finally for C, that's also in the yz plane. It's over 1 meter to the right, so we're going to have 0 for x, +1 for y, and then up 3 for z. And now let's find UCA. All right, now on this one we don't have an obvious direction to choose, right? I don't have an arrow shown, I just have a cable. So on this one, just choose a direction, okay? Doesn't matter which one, just keep in mind which one you chose. So I'm going to say that we're going towards C. All right, so I'm going to do RC minus RA, and then we're going to put that over the magnitude of RC minus RA. All right, so C coordinates go first. All right, so we'll have 0 minus 6I plus 1 minus 0J plus 3 minus 0K, and then put that over the magnitude, which will be the square root of -6 squared plus 1 squared plus 3 squared. All right, and then once you simplify that, we're going to get a -0.885I plus 0.147J, and then plus 0.442K. Remember, we don't have any units there. All right, and that's because this would be meters, and this down here would be meters, so they go away. So now we've got that. Remember, if you want to check your answer, you can find the magnitude of this unit vector. It should always be equal to 1. And now that we have that, let's go ahead and do this little first step here. Let's do the dot product. So this is going to give us a magnitude. All right, so I'm going to put F parallel to CA, or AC, same thing. So let's write out our force vector. So we got our 400I minus 200J plus 500K, and then we're going to dot it with this unit vector. All right. Now with that, remember what we're going to do is multiply the like terms. All right, so remember with dot product, you multiply the like terms. So we're going to do the I terms, and then we multiply the J terms together, and then the K terms. And then you take those three products and add them up. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to have 400 times -0.885 plus -200 times 0.147, and then plus 500 times 0.442. And then that gives us -161 newtons. Okay, so now we've got that. And this is the magnitude. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write it as a vector form just to show you how to do it. But this is a magnitude. So what this tells us is the magnitude of the component of the force that lies along this cable AC. All right, now notice we have a negative sign. So the negative sign just means that it's really going in the other direction from what I assumed right up here for the unit vector. All right, so I said we were going from A to C, so I had this vector going that way. But since this is negative, that's telling me that my projected component, let's use the green here, my projected component is really going the other direction, okay? And the magnitude there is 161. Okay, so now I want to write this as a vector. Now let's think about what we normally do when we want to have a force vector. All right, so let's say I'm given a magnitude f here. All right, it would be 10 or whatever it would be. Well, what do we do then is to get the vector, we take that magnitude and then we multiply it by the unit vector, all right, of this line. Well, it's the same thing we're going to do here. So I'm going to take this magnitude and I'm going to multiply it by the unit vector of line AC, okay, because that's the direction it's following. So let's put F, put the bar up there because this is going to be a vector now, parallel to AC, and then it's going to be the negative 161 times the unit vector of AC. So let's write all that out. And almost done. Okay, so now this one we just go through and multiply the three terms by 161. And if we do that, we're going to get 142.49i, whoops, should be a minus 23.67j, and then finally negative 71.16k, and that's going to be newtons. Okay, so that is the vector form of the projected component of F on cable AC. And if you think about the direction there, it makes sense that this should be going from C to A, because look at your force, right? So there's no way really with it having that direction that it could possibly be, you know, going up towards C. So it makes sense that it should be going from C to A in that direction. Okay, so that gives me my force vector. So just remember, projected component, all that is finding the component that's parallel to that line. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is find theta. So for theta, we need to find the unit vector of AB. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, we're going to just assume a direction. All right, so what one did I assume? I did B first. All right, so let's do RB minus RA. Okay, so if we do that, we are going to have 0 minus 6i plus negative 1 minus 0j, and then plus 2 minus 0k. And then we put it over the magnitude. So negative 6 squared plus negative 1 squared plus 2 squared. So that gives me negative 0.938i minus 0.156j plus 0.313k. All right, so now that I have the two unit vectors of those cables, I can find theta. All right, and remember, all you need to find that angle theta is you need two vectors that give you the direction of that line. So you could use the unit vectors. You could also use position vectors, right? So you could use the position vector from A to B and then the position vector from A to C. It's going to give you the same thing. All right, I'm just going to use unit vectors because I already got them done. Okay, so theta is going to be the arc cosine of the dot product of our two unit vectors. And then we put it over the product of the magnitudes. Now, the magnitude of a unit vector is always, always, always going to be 1, so we're going to have 1 times 1 down here. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we're going to multiply the unit vectors together. Notice here's the one unit vector. Here's the other one. All right, so we're going to multiply the like terms. So let's look at the I components. All right, so I'm going to have negative 0.885 times negative 0.938. That's from here and here. And then we're going to add to that the 0.147 times negative 0.156. And then plus 0.442 times 0.313. And then all of that's over 1. So if you simplify all of this stuff, we're going to get that theta is the arc cosine of 0.9454, which after you put in your calculator, you get 19.02 degrees. Okay, so that'll be the angle between those two cables. All right, guys, so that's the end of that one. And by the way, just so you know, let's write it down. If you wanted, you can test it out. You can also use those position vectors. All right, so we can do RAB dotted with RAC and then put it over the magnitudes of those. Okay, and remember this R, that's just the numerator here in your unit vector equation. The magnitude is right there. All right, so you can test it out, see if you get the same thing. So if you did everything right, you should get the same. All right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. See y'all in class.